Or sooner, everybody. I think you guys know me. I'm Harry James. The first ever college football playoff game will be played in Norman, Oklahoma this year against the Alabama Crimson Tide. So, for the preview, before we get to any of the rest of it, who is the quarterback that took the knee, or took the win at least, second half, when OU and Bama played way back in 2002? Do remember, guys, here's your hint. He was an SEC transfer quarterback that came to Oklahoma before the portal. Who was this mysterious quarterback? Tell you who, plus the series history, the pregame, who he's going to be calling the game, when the game will be, and all the rest. Coming up next, 1982 Boomer Sooner. You know what to do. Do not go away. Boomer Sooner, everybody. You guys know me. I'm Harry James. Preview for the college football playoff game between Oklahoma and Alabama. Here we go. Who was the quarterback that won the game for Oklahoma way back in 2002? Came in late to help us win that game. Don't forget, he was an SEC transfer quarterback before the transfer portal, and that was former Oklahoma Sooner Nate Hibble. His brother Ryan Hibble's in charge of the golf program at OU. Brother Nate Hibble had to come in off the bench for starter number 18, Jason White, when he tore his ACL. The second time on the opposite knee. All right, guys. Let me get it out, guys, because I will be there. Let's show you guys this. Let's see if I can find it scrolling. I thought I had it saved. Sorry. Booyah. There it is. There it is. Playoff ticket. I'll be there. Row 18, seat 7, row 7. And section 18, come say hi. I don't mind getting to know you guys. I'll probably be exhausted from work all day, but I got to do that, right? Got to do that. Got to be at OU, Alabama, where Oklahoma has the overall advantage 5-2-1 in the series in 8 games. That is only, though, a 69% winning clip. It's a good number. 69. Right, Jerry Ramsey? Of course, the Alabama series goes not that far back between the two teams. It does go back, though, in this scenario, college football playoff and BCS. In fact, last time we were in this position in a college football playoff game, that's when Alabama won way back in 2018. They took care of Oklahoma 45-34 at the Orange Bowl in the college football semifinal. Nick Saban, Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, those guys. But Oklahoma got some revenge. Most recently, 2025, just a couple of weeks ago, Oklahoma won the game in Tuscaloosa at Alabama, 23-21. Pre-game fun and festivities. The sports animal, they're usually for home games out at O'Connell's. The ref is usually at Yo Pablo and Boyd Street Ventures in Norman on Campus Corner. The franchise is usually at their spot just north of the football stadium over by McCaslin Fieldhouse. At the Party at the Palace, Also, the OU radio crew is at that same spot, usually. Usually meaning, usually. Because this game will be a little different. Not only because is it a college football playoff, but also the day is different. Friday nighter, December 19th, 7 p.m., ABC, ESPN, ESPNU Family, SEC Network, all that good stuff. The ABC broadcast will feature Chris Fowler on play-by-play, Kirk Herbstreit on the sidelines, and Holly Rowe and Laura Rutledge on the sidelines, respectively. Radio broadcast, no one better than my guy T-Row, Toby Rowland, T-Row in the morning, formerly T-Row in the morning show, now just T-Row, play-by-play voice for the Sooners, and the play-by-play man for the Hoops and baseball team, and is the KWTV News 9 sports director Monday through Friday and Saturdays on the Blitz. Helping him, his Kirk Herbstreit, his right-hand man, Teddy Lehman. The color analyst is a KREF host from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday and is one half of the Oklahoma Breakdown. The other half, Gabe Eichert, is on the sidelines. He's part of the Big 12 Today family, XM Sirius 375 from 3 to 5, and is the other half of the Oklahoma Breakdown. Joining him on the sidelines is the head sideline guy, Chris Plank. He is on from 6 to 9 on KREF, and on the weekends, he's on Fox Sports Radio from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Saturdays. The Oklahoma Sooners, under the leadership and guidance and head coachingness of one Brent Venables, 1992 grad from Kansas State, 4th year as the head coach at OU, 51 games overall for Brent as head coach, 32-19 in 51 games. That is a 62.7% winning clip. 34 games overall in conference play, 18-16 in conference play, 34 games, 52.9% winning clip. This was not count as a conference game. It will count, though, as a bowl game or college football record. 0-3 already in bowl games, 0-0, though, as the college football playoff record. Conference history, 8 divisional championships. 2000, 2002, 2003, 08, or 04, 06, 07, 08, and 2010. Also qualified for the Big 12 championship 4 other times under Lincoln Riley's leadership, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Overall, that is 7 divisional championships, but nobody cares about that. How about the rings? 13 overall championships for conference championships, that is. 2000, 2002, 04, 06, 07, 08, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, the 2012 does have a little bit of an asterisk there. Oklahoma and Kansas State played in Norman. Kansas State won the game outright with no Big 12 championship. They shared the title, but Kansas State was officially the number 1 seed and went to the BCS as the college Big 12 representative. 2024, 6-7 overall, 2-6 in bowl appearance, 2-6 in SEC play. Did get that bowl loss to add on to that too, 21-20 to Navy in the Armed Force Bowl. 2025, much better plan for Brent. With Brent in charge of the defense in his own right, they went 10-2, 6-2 in conference play in the SEC. It all started with Illinois State, 35-3. They then beat Michigan 24-13, and they won at Temple 42-3 in non-con. They then started conference play, taking care of Auburn in Norman 24-17. They then jumped out of conference play for one game and got a 44-0 shutout with Kent State. Got back into SEC play the next week with Texas and lost this one 23-6 in the Texas State Fair in Dallas. Oklahoma then got back on the right track against our old buddy Shane Beamer in South Carolina, winning at South Carolina with their State Fair in the backdrop, 24-6, the final victory there at South Carolina. The Sooners then played Ole Miss and lost that one at homecoming, 34-26 loss there. Oklahoma then went on the road and played at Tennessee, got a big 33-27 win there. They then won at Alabama 23-21. They then took care of Missouri 17-6. And then 17 in Norman, by the way. And then senior night 17-13 over LSU to get them to this point with Alabama. Statistically, offensively, and defensively for Oklahoma offense averages 26.4 points per ball game and 335.7 yards per ball game offensively. While defensively, they surrender 13.9 points per ball game and 273.6 yards per ball game for the Sooners of Oklahoma. And now the Tigers, the Alabama Roll Tigers, the Elephants of Alabama. Elephants, the Tides, whatever you call them. Their head coach, Kellen DeBoer. The Boring, if you will. The Boar or the Boring, whichever you prefer, is a 1996 grad from Sioux Falls. Coaching history, 70 games in the NAIA level with a 67-3 overall record. That's a 95.7% winning clip in NAIA. Conference play in NAIA, 49-1 in 50 games. That is a 98.0% winning clip. And playoff record in NAIA ball, 17-2 in 19 games played. That's an 89.5% winning clip. At the next level, D1, that is, 142 games, 123-19 in 142 games. That is an 86.6% winning clip. And in 48 games, 37-11 in 48 games. That's a 77.1% winning clip. And 2-2 in bowl games. 400. That is a 50% winning clip. And 1-1 in college football playoff appearances. That, again, also 50% in 2 games. 1-1. Divisional titles for Alabama. 15 conference titles since 2000. Good night. Of course, 1999. And then came the Sabinator. Nick Saban. 2008, 2009, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Got back in 2020, 2021, and 2022, and 2023, and then this year in 2025. All that 15 conference or 15 divisional championships. Now, 2013 and 2017, LSU won the division. 2022, LSU also won the division. And this year, there was no division. It was 1 versus 2. And Alabama won the 1. But nobody cares about any of the divisional stuff. 9 conference titles for the Crew. Pre-Saban, 1999. That's it. In recent history. With Saban, 2009, 2012, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, and 23. That is 9 overall conference championships. Recap of last year: 9-4, 5-3 in conference play. They did lose the bowl game in the ReliaQuest Bowl to Michigan. 2025 though, much better play for DeBoer and company. Got the 10 wins. Got them 7-3 and ran away with the conference regular season title with a 7-1 overall record. Didn't start this way though. They lost at Florida State 31-17. Then they split the switch. Then they become the Alabama that Saban liked. The one that DeBoer is. The winner that DeBoer is. With all those wins we were just talking about. And it started with ULM 73-0. They then took care of Wisconsin 38-14. They then played at Georgia 30-14. They then played a home game with Vandy and won there 30-14. They then beat Missouri 27-24 and at Tennessee 37-20. They then beat South Carolina 29-22 and LSU 20-9. But you know, sometimes you hit a rut. You get on a roll like that, a loss is going to come. And it came to the team that we all love here in Norman, Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Sooners got them. Oh, yeah. 23-21. They got back on the right track, though, a week later. 56 to skunk. Nothing with Eastern Illinois. They then fought off Auburn at Auburn 27-20 to earn them the right to play in the SEC Championship. Where in the SEC Championship, they were humbled again by Georgia 28-7. So, that is the SEC Championship. That is the most recent game on the docket. Now let's take a look at some stats. Where stats, offensively and defensively. Offensively, Alabama averages 31.2 points per ball game. Yards are at 389.4 yards per ball game. Defensively, Oklahoma better watch out here, guys. Only surrendering 17.4 points per ball game and 283.3 yards per ball game, which just about where Oklahoma is. So might this be a defensive match? Grab your points and go home. A big defensive match. As far as the numbers, this is going to be a playoff game. This is going to be a defensive game. We will see what really happens. All right, guys, I plan on seeing every one of you out there in Norman for SEC Nation and College Game Day. They will both be there from 5 to 7, respectively. SEC Network will be on the SEC Nation will be on the SEC Network. College Game Day will be on ESPN and ESPNU. Both teams, or both shows, 5 to 7. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and Boomer Sooner, everybody. Let's go get this playoff win and see if we can head to the Rose Bowl. Place Indiana. All right, guys, we'll do a post-game show regardless. You know it. You are it. Boomer. I'm out of here. Peace.